Let that sink in for a moment. We live in a world where people run toward comfort, where the path of least resistance is the path most traveled. But I want you to hear me loud and clear. The things you want most in life, the success, the peace, the legacy, don't live on the easy road. They're on the other side of challenge, discomfort, and failure. And that's why we're here today, to talk about what it takes to become mentally strong. Not just strong enough to survive, but strong enough to thrive. Strong enough to keep going when the world says stop. Strong enough to carve out a life that's bigger than your circumstances, your doubts, or your fears. I've been on that journey myself. I've been at the bottom, wondering if I had what it took to make it. I faced rejection. I've stumbled, fallen, and failed more times than I can count. But through it all, I've learned a few lessons. Lessons I want to share with you today. Let me tell you something up front. Mental strength isn't about pretending to be unshaken. It's not about avoiding fear or pain. It's about rising above those things. It's about knowing that no matter what life throws your way, you've got what it takes to keep moving forward. So if you're ready to dig deep, to build that unshakable foundation, let's get into it. The first step to becoming mentally strong is mastering your mindset. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about sprinkling some positivity over your problems and hoping for the best. I'm talking about taking ownership of the way you think. You see, your thoughts are the foundation of everything. They shape how you see the world, how you see yourself, and how you respond to the challenges life throws your way. Let me take you back to a time when this lesson hit me hard. I was young, full of ambition, but I didn't know where I was going. I flunked out of college. I had no plan, no direction, and I felt like a failure. It would have been easy to stay in that place, to let those feelings define me. But my mother told me something I'll never forget. She said, "Son, sometimes you have to fail big to win big." That stuck with me. You see, failure isn't the end of the road. It's part of the process. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. But that only happens when you take control of your mindset. When you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That shift in perspective changes everything. Your mindset is your greatest weapon. It can lift you up or it can hold you back. The choice is yours. Feed your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, and that's what your life will reflect. But if you feed it with resilience, determination, and vision, you'll find strength even in the hardest times. And trust me, hard times will come. That brings me to the second truth about mental strength. You have to embrace discomfort. Let me say that again. You have to embrace it. Most people spend their lives running from discomfort, avoiding challenges, and staying in their little bubble of safety. But let me tell you something. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. I've lived this truth over and over again. Early in my career, rejection was constant. I'd walk into auditions, pour my heart into a performance, and hear the same thing. No. Sometimes they wouldn't even say it. They'd just look at me like I didn't belong. One casting director told me, "You'll never make it in this business." Now, I could have taken that moment and let it break me. I could have let that rejection define me. But instead, I leaned into it. I used it as fuel. I worked harder. I stretched myself. I started taking on roles that scared me, roles that pushed me beyond what I thought I was capable of. Here's the truth. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Those moments when you feel like giving up, when you're scared, when everything feels impossible, that's when you're growing. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And you're being shaped by every challenge, every setback, and every uncomfortable moment you face. So don't run from it. Don't shrink. Stand tall and let the fire make you stronger. Now there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's a big one. If you want to be mentally strong, you've got to set boundaries and protect your energy. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. When I was just starting out, I said yes to everything. Every project, every opportunity, every demand on my time. I thought that was what success required. But you know what happened? I burned out. I was giving so much of myself to things that didn't matter, to people who didn't value me, that I had nothing left for the things that did. Here's the lesson. Mental strength isn't just about perseverance. It's about discernment. It's about knowing what to let in and what to shut out. Not every opportunity is worth your time. Not every person deserves your energy. And not every battle is yours to fight. You have to protect your mental space like your life depends on it. Because it does. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you to grow, and who believe in your vision. Cut out the negativity, the toxicity, and the distractions. Because every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're saying no to the right one. So ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I need to let go of? What am I saying yes to that's keeping me from my purpose? When you start protecting your energy, you'll find clarity, focus, and strength like you've never known before. Now let me wrap this up by telling you something I want you to carry with you. Mental strength isn't about being perfect. It's not about never feeling fear, doubt, or pain. It's about rising above those things. Master your mindset. Take control of your thoughts and shift your perspective. Embrace discomfort. Let it stretch you, teach you, and make you stronger. And set boundaries. Protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. Life is going to test you. It's going to throw storms your way. But the question isn't whether you'll face challenges. It's whether you'll rise above them. You've got everything you need to build a mind that's unshakable, a spirit that's resilient, and a strength that can face anything. So stop waiting. Start building. You've got this. This is Denzel Washington. Thank you for listening. Remember, the only limits you have are the ones you refuse to break. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, and stay strong.